What's up, guys? I'm back with another movie review. I got another vault review, I guess, of Paranormal Activity 2. This movie kind of winds back the clock a little bit and takes us before the events of Paranormal Activity, the original movie. Instead of being Katie and Mika's story, this is the story of Katie's sister and her family. They've got a new baby, and, they just had a break in, which was a really weird situation because they kind of tossed the place, but nothing was actually stolen. So they have a bunch of cameras and security devices and motion detectors installed, and of course that's how the movie plays out, is through those through those cameras. Slowly, things start to happen, weird noises. Pretty much the story of Paranormal Activity 1. The difference here is that there's a little bit more character put into it. We get a little bit more backstory about the demon and its involvement with this family. Not a lot, but enough to at least kind of add a little bit of depth to it. And we also finally have a likable character in Allie. She's the young daughter of Katie's sister's husband, and she's super excited about these like weird supernatural events. She starts looking into all this stuff on the internet and researching everything, and so that's how we get a lot of the backstory and exposition on the situation, is through her. It's nice because in the first movie I didn't really care what happened to anybody involved. They weren't interesting or likable characters, and most of the characters here aren't either. The parents are just super. They're either just aggressively unlikable or they're just forgettable. The movie definitely tries to balance that out by giving us, Allie, who's a likable character, as well as putting a dog and a baby. It's like, how desperate are you to make us want to care about this, that you would put both a baby and a dog, into this paranormal movie? But it works. It makes you a little bit more invested because you don't want anything to happen to the baby or the dog. And it's just nice to have a character in Allie that you're like, man, I hope this person doesn't die, because that was one of my main issues with the first movie, is that I just wasn't invested in it. Aside from that little bit more lore that you get, it's pretty much the same movie, repeated. There is, some involvement with Katie and Mika, which is kind of interesting. If you're a fan of the series, it's nice to have that. It definitely doesn't feel as real. They definitely add some drama this time, which makes it less like, could this be real kind of a feeling. But I think pretty much it's a worse movie, but it's still not a terrible movie if you like found footage, because it follows a lot of the same issues I had with the first movie, which is that some people think the kind of a minimalist approach of a door shutting or a shadow passing over is, super effective and creepy, and other people will think that it's lazy. It all depends on where you fall on that spectrum, how you will like Paranormal Activity 2. If you like the original, I'd be willing to bet you would like this one. If you didn't like it, there's no chance in hell you'll like this one. So, it's pretty much, are you a fan of found footage? If yes, then, you might like this movie. No, you're certainly not going to like this movie because it embodies everything that there is about found footage. Like I said, it was nice to have a likable character. I always like, having a doggo around. And the movie does have some creepy moments, but overall it's just pretty much the same movie, and a lot of the tension and dread are sucked out of it because we know, this time that something is going on. But like I said, I do think it was kind of cool that we got to see more of the story. I just rented this on demand, so I don't have a disc to show you, but again, it is found footage, so it's never going to look fantastic. It's always going to look like a home movie or, CCTV cameras. I can't recommend it, again, just like the first movie. I can't recommend it to people who don't like found footage, because this is everything found footage is thrown into one movie. No real violence, no sex. There's just really nothing, there's no sleaze or real horror to it, aside from just a general sense of mild dread and then some, a few little jump moments. I don't love it, but again, I don't think it's one of the worst found footage movies I've ever seen. It's definitely not, as bad as The Gallows or Found Footage 3D. So if you're a fan of the genre, you should check it out. Otherwise, I think you're safe skipping this one. If you like this review, you can read a full write-up of Paranormal Activity 2 at markfusion.com. I'm working my way through the series there as well, and so there'll be more reviews of the series there and in this playlist. If you don't like found footage, but you like my reviews, I've got a ton of horror, cult, exploitation, TV shows, anime, video games, everything you could think of at markfusion.com. I update every day, 7 days a week. Normally between anywhere from 60 to 100 reviews a month, so there's always something new on there to read. I'm also on Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram at markfusion, as well as Patreon if you want to get exclusive content there. But the best way you can help me, like I always say, is just hit the sub button. That's how I can grow the channel and my site and really keep providing more and more content. So that would be great. If you like the channel, please do hit that sub button. Thanks so much for watching this, and hopefully I'll see you soon.